I'm sorry about that. We just got our internet updated and it will not connect in my office. So I just brought you into my living room and I hope I'm going to be able to see the text okay here. It is Wednesday, May the 29th. Welcome. It's a beautiful sunny day here, but it's kind of chilly out. So a little too cold to swim today and a little breezy. So I hope it's going to get a little warmer. Last week we had that humidity in the 30s and now we're down to like 15. So it's one extreme to the other. Hi Kayla, how are you? Nice to see you. Hi Shannon. I had to move because someone was in and they changed up the internet. Now I can't get on my cell phone very well in my office. So now I'm in my living room right now. So we'll see how this works. It looks like I'm going to have to do my living room from now on. Hi, Corrine. Hi, Jane. How are you? Shannon. Let me know if you have any questions about mediumship or any kind of metaphysical questions. I do know the, I'm sorry, I have none of my resources here because I just ran to my living room. I know the, I believe it's the new moon. Is it the new moon or the full moon in Gemini? But anyways, we're going into the Gemini season. We might have already started actually. My birthday's coming up next month. Hi, Joanna, how are you? Does anybody have any questions or comments about either mediumship, about anything metaphysical? I had a pretty great day today. I hope my student doesn't, it doesn't matter to them. I won't share their name or anything, but I did a mentorship with a student today. And she is wishing to connect with her pet. So that was really awesome doing that. And it just reminded me how much I adore animals and how we can all connect with our pets in the spirit world. We can connect with them here on the earth plane as well. I mean, pets are like so close to the spirit realm. My guy was just saying they're close to God, and I truly believe that. And I feel animals are very close to angels. Like they have a very similar kind of service that they perform on the earth plane here, giving unconditional love and loyalty and assisting us here on the earth plane. So it's such a pleasure to connect with animals and help others to be able to do that. So I even brought in my pet in spirit, and he was awesome. He was around helping out. So I had a great morning doing that. And I think I might do that in the future, maybe just have a workshop focusing on connecting with your pet in spirit. But hi, Amanda, how are you? Thank you. I'm having a good afternoon. Almost dinner time, a little after 4. Shannon has a question. Hi, what type of lesson are we as humans here to learn? And what does it mean when a medium says the spirit says we? Let me just see if I can get more. Don't give me a hard time. Sorry. Let's just see, it's hard to push it, sorry. Oh, and what does it mean when a medium says that spirit says we are protected? Are we here to lose it? Okay, what does it, okay. So I believe that we're all here for the basic lesson of learning what love is. Love in all its forms, it's multidimensional. Love is giving, love is receiving, love for family, a partner, animals, others, etc. So I know a main lesson is definitely love. And I think if a medium's telling you that spirit says you're protected, I feel that they're just reminding you that you are protected. And I like a lot of people do a lot of protection and things like that. I mean, I do admit I do my clearing and cleansing of my aura. If I'm going to be like on social media with like a lot of people, or I'm doing a demonstration, sometimes I might just kind of do a little protective shield. It can be like a disco ball, and the mirrors just reflect out that energy that is coming towards me. But I really feel if we're coming from a place of good intention and from love, love always, love always wins. Love always wins. So I think that it's just a reminder, but that you are protected. They are looking out for you. They are inspiring and directing you, your guide. And sometimes, you know, we kind of forget that. And if you have that sense of feeling protected, it's kind of easier to open up your heart and to surrender and to grow. It's so funny that you say that, Shannon, because about 40 minutes ago, an hour ago, I was just doing a meditation for the root chakra. And the root chakra is all about security and safety and groundedness. So that's kind of funny, that connects in with what I was doing. So if you do feel that you have any kind of issues in terms of feeling, you know, safe or secure, and you feel like maybe you're carrying a lot of anger or you're repressing it, a good way is to go and clear and cleanse your root chakra and get grounded. And I just went to the store the other day. What did I buy? Beautiful jasper. I love jasper. It's in my office right now. And again, a grounding stone. So what I would say that my guide was directing me towards that stone as a reminder to ground yourself. So I'm always listening and kind of just being aware of what I am attracted to, drawn to, and messages I get from others. So protected is awesome. That medium could have also been not only your guide, they could have been talking about your loved ones in spirit are protecting you, they're looking out for you. And I really do feel we're always protected, for sure, absolutely. And your angels are there also. That was a long answer to that question. I hope that helps, Shannon. Hi, Kelly. Hi, Wendy, how are you? Any other questions or comments? I'm trying to think if there's anything. I've been having an awful lot of dreams lately, very intense. A lot of people that I recognize. And boy, am I bad, because I tell everyone, you know, have your dream journal right by your nightstand. Write it down as soon as you wake up, and then I don't do it, and then I get busy, and now I've kind of forgotten. I know I was supposed to be writing something. I was told, write something. You've got to write this. You know the way. So I keep getting these messages about writing. And then the night before, I got this message about being my own superhero. But I do not remember my specific dream. Oh, Kelly says, thank you for the beautiful message. Oh, you're so welcome. And remember, it wasn't me, right? There's your loved ones in spirit. I was just prepared and I let it come right through me. So it just shows me that, you know, what I'm doing is working. I'm getting my mind out of the way and letting it flow through. And a privilege to work with your loved ones. Absolutely. Jane, what is the difference between angels and guides? Well, angels are in different realm. And as far from what I understand, angels have never been on the earth plane, where guides have been on the earth plane and they have an expertise. From what I also understand, which would be so exciting, some people, when they go the other side, depending on where they are in their soul evolution, you can decide to come back and be reincarnated and continue your lessons on the earth plane. Or you can possibly be a guide for someone. Would it be awesome to be a guide? It would be awesome. I feel in some way I'm doing a little bit of training for that, being a spiritual teacher on the earth plane. So anyways, I always think that's just so exciting to be a guide. And guides do choose you. It's like they're assigned to you, that they have the expertise and the wisdom that you need to move forward on your spiritual journey. So I absolutely trust my guide 100%. I mean, things might happen that I don't understand, or I'm upset about it, and I'm like, hey, what's going on? Why did this happen? I don't understand, right? And then we just work it out. It's like teamwork. We're always together. And I think I did mention this in the beginning of my whole process, trying to figure it out on my own, reading books and all of those things. And then I had that booming voice that said, finally, I've been waiting for you. And that was my guide, who I worked with for, oh my goodness, at least 10 years, maybe longer. Adored him. I could have not gotten to where I am without him. And then as my skills developed, and I found kind of my purpose, and I was really committed to it, and this is what I want to do. And I showed to the spirit world, I want to be a spiritual teacher. I want to do platform work. I want to be a healer. And then I followed through. Then my guide went, oh, you need somebody with more expertise now. I've taken you as far as I can take you. So now here's a new guide. So then I got a new guide. I was so sad when I lost my other guide, but I feel him once in a while just checking in to see how things are going. So I have a new guide now that helps with all those things. And I also have a guide that came in with the healing that I'm learning. And I have a third one that just popped in, and he says he's like my manager. He just coordinates everything. I was like, cool, come on in. And things have been going really well with my guides right now. So I'm very open. I'm open to change. I don't just allow anybody in. I talk with my team and I say, you know, I'm aware of this spirit, blah, blah, blah. Is this someone we should add to the team? Is this a pass by energy? So I always make sure, you know, I'm very respectful with my team. I talk to them all the time. I'm grateful. I ask questions. It's like a beautiful relationship, and we're always there for each other. I hope that does help. I just adore I just can't say enough about them. I mean, they're like your BFFFF on a higher level, and they're there with you. You know, they've always got your back, right? And if something, you know, happens, you think, what the heck? You know, usually you're in your mind, you got a block, and you didn't follow through, or it's, you know, I always take full responsibility. I never blame my guide for everything. I take full responsibility. And I've talked about, you know, taking care of your instrument, clearing and cleansing your instrument, being aware of what you're doing, talking with your guides, asking for permission or their input. All those things gives a really nice balanced, aligned relationship. So it's really important that there's respect there, absolute respect. And I adore them. I hope that helps. Kelly, yes, I told them thank you. I love that. Yes, gratitude. Don't forget the gratitude. Absolutely. Jane, yes, thank you. Kelly, they are our biggest cheerleaders. Absolutely awesome. You know, and I tell you, I could not have done what I have done to date without them. I don't know if I feel like I'm going to cry because you just feel that energy that they got your back. And you know, some days I say to myself, I still can't believe how did this happen? How did this happen? I was just like reading books in my room, trying to figure things out, looking into candle flames and whatever. You know, now I go into spiritual churches, I give philosophy, I do demonstrating some mediumship to the congregation. I'm like, wow, I could never have done that without, of course, my mentors that have helped me along the way and my spirit guide. Absolutely not. And, you know, and the same thing, and working on myself, right? Self-development, confidence, sticking with it, not giving up, practice, knowing my soul and who I am, my authentic self, and knowing this is something that I needed to do. So when you connect with your soul and you know your purpose and you follow through, you just can't go wrong. You just can't. And then other things begin to unfold, right? Oh, okay, look at this. She's really serious about this. I think she would be a great teacher. Let's go in this direction. Look at this. Not only is she doing mediumship with her students, she's helping them to heal on a deeper level. Let's direct her towards healing and understanding more about healing. So you just never know what your journey is about. It's about awareness. It's about discerning who you are, other energies, your guides, and they're going to take you on the best journey ever. All about trust, all about trust. Absolutely. Kelly says, I like to dance with them. You give the good love. I love that, Kelly. That is so, I tell you, I want to cry when I just envision that happening. That is so beautiful. You know, and I'll do things, you know, I'll talk to them. I'll say, hey, wow, look at this. Yeah, it's awesome. It just absolutely, absolutely beautiful. You know, and as you're, you'll experience different things. Your mediumship skills will develop. You'll be aware of different things. You'll feel an expansion as your relationship also develops with your guide, right? It's that kind of alignment. And I feel, you know, just in the last couple of weeks, it's like, whoa. I don't know if it's because I'm a Gemini and we're going into Gemini sun, and I keep hearing this year's supposed to be a great year for Gemini. I'm in wholeheartedly. It's like, let's go. I believe, I surrender, I'm ready to take a risk. Let's go. Hi, Amy, how are you? Any other questions or comments? I hope those words kind of inspire you. I don't mean to just talk about myself, but I'm kind of saying those words to inspire others to, you know, think about how you connect with your guide and how you, you know, embrace your own spiritual development and all those things. And it's lifelong learning, and it is awesome. It is awesome. Like I keep thinking, I'm retired right now. What would I be doing if I wasn't on my spiritual journey? I don't know what I would be doing. Twiddling my thumbs all day. I don't know what I would be doing. But life is just awesome. So blessed, absolutely. Any other questions or comments? Oh, hi, Valerie, how are you? Nice to see you. I think you made a comment on something I posted. Haven't had a chance to look at that today yet. I had a busy morning. But I tell you, I'm seeing the most beautiful videos. Is it on TikTok with animals? Oh my goodness. I can never get enough of these animals and seeing the unconditional love they have for others and humans. Woo, I could talk about this forever. Yeah, it's just, and it's right there in front of us. It's like, look at this. They're modeling this for us. Look at this. It's like unbelievable. All around us, absolutely all around us. Any other questions or comments? I'm just trying to think of what I've been thinking about. I still have the robin in my gazebo in the backyard. She's been sitting on that nest every day. I've been very good, staying out of her way. I'm waiting for the eggs to hatch, the little fledglings to fly away. And then I'm gonna have to move that nest eventually. I mean, that's our whole couch where we sit when we're outside at the pool and the summer's just begun. So I'm just gonna wait for the right time. Every day, every morning I go out and I'm like, hi mama, how are you doing? She's doing okay. She seems comfortable. So we kind of have this relationship going on right now. And the robin's an unusual color. It's almost like an albino robin. It's like a light pink instead of a red. It's tummy. So anyways, I'm continuing that relationship. Valerie says, hi, Wendy. I might not be able to stay the whole time in case I disappear. That's okay. No problem. I understand. It's a busy time. Any other questions or comments? I'll just wait for a minute and then we can get started. Oh, yeah. Oh, my goodness. Hi, Jane. Yeah, my dog. And you know what? I was there. I was in the backyard with him. What happens, he'll go in the backyard, he'll poop. And I don't know if your dog does, but they poop and then they run. It's like, whoa. And then I saw him towards the edge of the pool. I'm like, my husband's like, stop panicking. I'm like, okay. I heard my husband's voice. I'm not going to panic. He's okay. And then he lost his balance and poof, right in, sure enough. So I should have panicked. I didn't follow my intuition there. And he fell right in. But he's okay now. We're going to get that emergency kind of blanket. And he's not allowed out there on his own anymore. That's a 2 times, right? I forget what that saying is, right? Fool me once, fool me twice, that whole thing. So I got the message. I just keep him with, I don't let him even walk towards that part of the patio. He walks on the other side and I'm by the side of the pool. So I'm sure that my little Mama Robin got a laugh out of that one. It's like, there he goes again. There he goes again. Anyway, yeah. Hi, Cheryl. How are you? All right. So if everyone wants to take, just take a deep breath in, hold, and relax. One more time. Inhale. And just release any tensions, pressure, expectations you're holding on from the day. Put them aside. Pick it up later if you need to, or hopefully not. Open up that heart space. Invite your loved ones in. Yeah, Cheryl. Hi, Wendy. He's just giving you exercises. Yeah, you should like poof. I just kind of grab him kind of by the neck, the shoulders, and I just throw him out. But he was a dog paddling, that's for sure. I don't know if he wants to be like a lifeguard one day or whatever, but he can't stay away from that water. All right. Whew. So just a reminder, I'm in a different location in my home because my internet doesn't work in my office for my cell phone anymore. So the readings I'm going to give today is with the highest intention of love and healing and insight for the highest good of all that are here. So please listen to the messages because I know we're all going to receive some kind of healing and knowledge that will kind of, what's the word I want to say? Lighten our day, enlighten our day. Okay, that's a good way of saying it. By no means am I an expert. I'm an instrument and I channel spirit to give messages. I'm human. Humans make mistakes. That's the way it is. Maybe the word mistake isn't the right word. Maybe misinterpret something. I grab that information in the wrong way. All right. So I'm going to get just started right now. Okay, and the first, it's interesting right now. I'm just seeing an image, and I'm seeing an image of a pigeon or a bird. It looks like a pigeon to me. I don't know why I want to say a bird in a gray tuxedo. That sounds very bizarre. But anyways, I feel like I'm seeing a bird. I feel like it's gray, so it may be a pigeon. And I feel that this bird, this is going to sound really funny, but I'm going to say it. This bird's acting like a cocky chicken. Do you know what I mean? Like a chicken, think of chicken. Like I'm all it, like that. That's what I'm seeing. So like a chicken with attitude. And I know there's a male energy behind this bird, and I feel this bird might be a sign for a loved one in spirit here. And this male energy is saying, it's me, it's me. He's saying like, that's me, that's me, that's me. So he's referring to a bird. So there would be a bird that someone would be familiar with right now that's like, look at that bird. Like it's got attitude or it's acting, well, it's grabbing your attention. So it's acting oddly. And this loved one in spirit, a male, is saying, that's me, that's me. So I'll just see if anybody can take that and let me just feel into that energy. And he's like this. Like I got my pizzazz back. I got my charm. I got my, and this is the gentleman in spirit. It's like, I got it back. Like he's saying, I got it back. I got that, what is that? Like, I don't know why, his charm, his pizzazz. He's like, I got it back. I got it back. Like he's young again. He's got all that energy back, which was lost, or it's not even lost. He's saying that was like drained out of him. He's saying it like it was just drained out of me with my passing. It was drained out of me. He's saying it like that. His energy, his what is it? It's like it's more than humor. His personality, he's saying all those things were drained out. Cheryl says it sounds familiar to me. Okay, let me just see what else he wants to say. I wish I could think of another word, but he keeps bringing the word like attitude. You know what attitude, cocky, like, oh yeah, look at this, I'm all that. He keeps giving me that kind of personality, this spirit, this male energy. It's like, I'm all that. I don't know. He just keeps giving me that, and he's just laughing. All right, so let me just see what else he wants to say. And it's like, don't be concerned. It's like he's saying, if possible, isn't he funny? If possible, I'm better than I ever was. So he's saying that I'm better than I ever was. And it's funny because the way he gives it to me, the way like I'm receiving it or perceiving it, it's almost like it's not even his physical health. It's like his, and I don't want to say ego because people think that's really negative, but kind of his personality, his pizzazz. He knows who he is. He knows what he stands for. He knows he's just giving me all this kind of, I know what's up. I know what to do. It's like he's even clearer than before. So he's just sharing that. Okay. Let me just see what else. He's just talking about, it's funny, he's talking like, yeah, shine. Yeah, for sure, shiny. He's talking about, it's funny you said shine, and he had just said to me dark days, and a lot of gray, like dark days, a lot of gray. And it's like that gone, it's gone. The sun, it's like the sun is risen, the sun is risen. The light is shining. And he's like this, this pigeon. I don't know if you ever watch pigeons. Pigeons kind of attitude. Do you know what I mean? Like you can't scare them away. Easily they're just like doing their things. A pigeon doing their own thing. I'm in the flow. I'm in the vibe. I'm in the zone. That's the attitude that he's giving me. That he's in his zone. That all is well. Okay. I don't know. There's something that something, don't worry. What is this? Don't worry. He doesn't want you to get confused about worrying about him. There's some kind of confusion here he's highlighting. It's almost like he's noticing, or he wants you to be aware of projecting things. Does that make sense to you? Who was I talking to? Cheryl or anybody who thinks they can take it? Sorry, he wants to talk more. I'll ask about passing in love. But it's almost like there's some confusion he wants you to be aware of projecting. Do you understand that? Like it's easier in your grief to project you're worried about him, where really you're worried about you and moving forward and all the decisions you have to make. He's saying it like that. So it's almost like, don't waste your time putting all your energy on me, worried about me. Is he okay? Oh my goodness, pain, blah, blah, all that stuff. He's like, shift that back to you. And he goes, if you don't acknowledge this, what is this? It's like fear, I guess. So if you don't begin to kind of acknowledge this fear and how you're repressing, pushing down emotions, it's not going to get easier to make decisions. So he's just saying that. And it's like, express yourself, get it out. Grieving is important. But I want you to be aware when you're projecting too much on me and my situation, because I just told you that I'm fine. I'm better than I've ever been. So it's like he wants to make his passing, your journey now. He just keeps going back and forth to that, and he wants there to be a bigger separation there. Because it's like he doesn't want you to waste your time. He keeps saying, don't waste your time on that. Okay, let me just see what else. So that was the main message he wanted to bring through. And it does feel like a partner energy to me, because I feel like partner, I feel love, I feel a sense of comfort between this gentleman and who he's communicating with here. And I feel like a gentleness too. And it's interesting, you just bring my mind to a blanket. So if there's some story like about a blanket, needing a blanket, cuddling in a blanket, two piggies in a blanket, I don't know, he keeps telling me about blanket. So there's something about a blanket. It's interesting, it's almost like, what is this? It's almost like bringing the two of you together, this blanket bringing the two of you, there's something about this blanket. So he's just, okay, talking about this blanket. Let me see if he wants to talk about, I know it was an ailment. I feel it was an ailment. I don't feel it was an accident. It was like an ailment, a health issue. Not good. It's like, you know, it's like holy S. That's what I'm hearing him say. Shock. Holy S. I just keep getting that. He just keeps repeating that. Holy S and repeating that. I keep getting drawn like to cancer. I just keep getting drawn to cancer. You know, and then when I say the cancer out loud, and then then he kind of shows himself, right, like weaker, like almost like what would you say, like hollowed eyes, kind of, you know, when your eyes kind of sink in and things like that. So he's showing me that, and he's talking about again the blessing of the heat, the blessing of the blanket. So there's something about heat, blanket, helping with aching, joints, bone. He's just sharing all that with me. Okay. Cheryl's asking me, could it be the Cancer sign? I tell you, I know I heard Cancer, and then when I looked, like I unfolded that, and then I was seeing like someone unwell, somebody weak, and it sure looked like Cancer to me. Can anyone take this, gentleman, what I've said so far? And I still think that this symbol or this image of the bird is important. Oh, Valerie, had a heating blanket for the bone pain. Okay. All right. Thank you, Valerie. I think it. And do you have a connection to a bird? Okay. Thank you, Valerie. Okay. I think he was, because it was funny how I saw that. It almost looked like a snapshot. I believe it's for you, Valerie. Okay. So let's just go back to the message again, what he was saying. Can you take the message that he was saying? There's some need for some kind of, I don't know if I apologize if I'm not finding the right words for this. So I just feel like my words are a little like too blunt or sharp, but it almost feels like he's saying, you know, my passing, that loss, those emotions, and then your journey and moving forward. So it's almost like, oh, I just see a beautiful red cardinal now in my tree. Isn't that beautiful? I couldn't say that was your dad, right? All of a sudden it just flew right there. Beautiful. And he's almost saying like, just watch that, right? Watch the, see, I'm so sorry. It's almost like the grieving process. Just watch that and don't go all out, all in that direction for the grieving and the sadness and all that, because you still have to fulfill your purpose and live your life. So he's just reminding you of that. And I know he's very aware of the grieving and the heartache and just kind of reviewing in your mind, because he's just sharing that all with me. And he's saying like, that's okay, but just remember, right? It's almost like you have, what is it? Like you have a more I don't know if I'm saying it right, but you have a more important path. You have a path that you need to follow. So he just doesn't want you to get deviated by that path, Valerie, if that helps. There you go. There you go, Valerie. So he's just confirming, coming through with that. And he's just, it's like he's showing me like the main path, and you're kind of going that direction. He's just reminding you, get realigned, get back on that path. And he's also saying that a lot of people are counting on you. He wants me to say that. And I don't mean to make it a burden, but he's just saying how important you are in the lives of others. So do not dismiss this or think, it doesn't really matter. What it does matter. So he's saying that you play a very important role in others' lives, and he wants you to be, like he's saying it, like fulfill your potential. He's like fulfill your potential. He's saying that. Yeah, let go and focus on you. Absolutely, Jane. Nicely put. Absolutely. All right. And I'm just checking if there's anything else he wants to say. And he's saying, everything's going to be okay. It's like he's saying, like, change is fast, like change. Like things are changing fast, like things are speeding up. Something's speeding up. A lot of changes right now, because he's just showing me like the wheels starting to go a little faster. And it's almost like you got to catch up with that. You got to catch up and be in the moment. Be in the moment. Go with that flow. Don't get distracted. Go with that. It's all healthy. It's all important. But don't ignore it. And I'm going to leave you. Valerie, okay, I was thinking about that today. If I'm not, isn't that, and you absolutely do. And I'm going to reinforce that for me, your guide, infinite, we all matter and we're all connected. We're all actually one. So Valerie, if you're in pain, I'm in pain. You understand that? We're all in pain. When one suffers, we all suffer. Valerie, yes, exactly. That's how my life feels. Yeah. He's like the speeding up. It's like trying to keep on top of it all. Okay. He's just saying balance. He keeps just saying balance and alignment. And I feel that you know what that is. Like, I don't know if you had a tendency, like when you were younger or as a child, like you would get pulled, like, I don't know, did you suffer from anxiety in some way, Valerie, as a child? Or you would like, you would focus on one thing and you just couldn't let it go? He's just kind of smiling about that. And he's like, I know you. Remember that. And he's just talking about strategies, walk in nature, water, music, art. He's like talking your passion, be imaginative, be creative, all those things, they get you online. So just remember that, Valerie. And I'm going to leave your dad with you with lots of love. So there you go. That was absolutely him. Yes. Because he was kind of smiling about that. He goes like, come on, you know the extremes. So just have that awareness. Do you know what I mean? So you're like, there's my trigger. This is what I can do. And it's coming from him too, as well as me. And he's agreeing with me. It's almost like you can have a little checklist. So when you think, I can feel it. So then I'm going to play this song. I'm going to have a cup of chai tea. I'm going to go for a walk. I'm going to have a bath. And he's like, have your checklist. And okay, I'm going to do that. Go and do it. He's like, don't wait. Just go and do it. And I'll leave you with all his love. That's okay. Hi, Lisa. How are you? Yeah, you're so welcome, Valerie. I'm so glad that you came and that you got that message. Lovely, lovely gentleman. And he's A-okay. That's what I'm A-okay. And again, I don't know why he keeps showing me a tuxedo. It's like he's celebrating. Like, I don't know. It's like he's dancing. There's music. It's like, I don't know. He's having the best of times. And I think he's really happy just with this connection and that you got the message. So it means a great deal to him. So just remember, maybe tonight or later today, just say, thanks, Dad, I love you, and let him hear your voice. I know he hears it because he came through today. So that's just awesome. Thank you very much for that. Okay. All right. I just love your dad's energy. It's always like, I don't want him to go, so I'm just going to wait for him to leave. So positive, so positive. I love his energy. Great imagination, so creative. It's like, ba-ba, ba-ba. Woo. All right, let me just let him. Okay. 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 It's funny. I'm getting a lot of, I'm getting the images first this time, so I don't want to say if it's male or female yet, but I'm just getting a image of like a white uniform, like it could be a doctor, but it's like a white uniform, and I'm getting health, a health connection to it. And there's something about like this loved one is spirits talking about like protocols, strategies, trials, like maybe possibly they were thinking of or participate in some kind of trials with medicine. And it's funny, like they keep showing me like two, they're saying two, then they're like organs. So it's either like they're showing me 2 lungs or they're showing me 2 kidneys. I can't think of anything else that is 2, but I keep getting 2, and then I'm seeing an image of like lungs. They're showing me lungs. And I feel it's more, when I say lungs, it feels like it's more lungs. And then they're talking to me about, like I think they explored so many kind of alternative types of healing. And I'm getting like herbal medicines. And like they're showing me like leaves, like green leaves. So it could be like green tea, mint leaves. And it must be teas, because I feel like these leaves are being grounded up or being dried and put into like, it feels like hot water. So they're talking about like a holistic kind of healing. Okay. Let me see what else I want to talk about. Why do I think, I don't know. I'm just going back to the lungs again, like bronchitis, respiratory infection, coughing, clearing the bronchial tubes. I'm just getting all this kind of congestion kind of in the chest area. Oh, there goes Valerie. Now she can go. There you go. So your dad knew. She's off to a spin class. Bye, Valerie. So I'm getting, I feel this is a gentleman. I was just about to say gentleman, then I stopped. So I feel this is a gentleman. Respiratory. Okay, what else? So you would recognize this. Working with a doctor, following protocol. I don't know, he's like eucalyptus. He's just giving me like, what is this? It's almost like I almost feel like it's, what is this? Like what is ventilation? You know, you'd put something to get like cool mist, I guess, into your chest, into your lungs. I feel that he's referring to a daughter. I have a connection. It feels like daughter. Feels like daughter. And it's funny, now I'm seeing, I said daughter, now I'm seeing female, and this female feels younger, a younger female. So very likely a granddaughter. Okay, what, there's some kind of message for this. This is going to sound very peculiar. There you go, Tiffany. Oh, Shannon. Oh, my dad had to use those from time to time. Tiffany, my friend passed from stage 4 non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. He did trial clinics. A few weeks before he passed, he had, let me just see if I can open this up. He had, oops. Darn, I wish I could get the rest of yours, Tiffany. I don't know why I can never get more. Before he passed, he had something, and I can't get that. If Tiffany, you could just add to that. Hodgkin's lymphoma. And I don't know a lot about Hodgkin's lymphoma, but Tiffany, would that affect your respiration, your breathing? Pneumonia. Okay, good. I think that's what he was talking about. He passed, he had pneumonia. Okay. I feel that I'm with you, Tiffany, and it's your friend. Okay. And he did clinical trials a few weeks. Okay. Because that's the way he was coming through. It was interesting. He was coming through more with his illness than who he was. Okay. And does this friend... I don't know, he's making me, I wrote down daughter and I'm just circling it. So this friend has a daughter, is that correct? Because why does I keep getting daughter, daughter, daughter. Tiffany, can you take this, that this gentleman has a daughter? And you may even know this daughter or have some connection to this daughter? I just feel like this message. Okay, that was the next thing I was going to say, because I keep hearing daughter, daughter, daughter. Okay, his father calls me his daughter. Okay, that makes absolute sense to me. Thank you. That was my next one that I was going to, okay. He's laughing about that. Go, see, I had to bring that through because that's how special you are to the family. And he's saying it just like that. That's how special you are to the family, Tiffany. Oh, there you go. And Tiffany just said he and I were like brother and sister. So he's just smiling and saying, see, that's why I came through and saying daughter, daughter, daughter. So he's, okay, I understand. He goes, that's how special you are to the family. And he's thanking you. It's funny. It's like, thank you for being around the, like, I know he's saying father, but he's not saying father. He's like, thank you for being around the old man. He's saying it like that. It's almost saying like, you have this quality of like, what is like a nurturing quality, he's saying. Almost like take a little bit of that sharpness from the pain away. He's saying that. He's thanking you for that. And he's referring to your heart. He's saying your heart is good. And you take some of that sting of the pain of losing a loved one. So thank you for doing that. It means a great deal to me. And he's saying, and I feel that you made that promise to him. Like, you know, don't worry. I'll be here. I'll do what I can. Like he's saying that to me, like promises that you made to him and that you kept them. And he's saying, thank you. I'm acknowledging you for that. So I know there were some kinds of promises that you made to him and you followed through on them. And he's saying, it means so much to me. It means so much to me. And it's funny how he's saying it like it made my journey. It's like it made my journey easier. It's like it made my transition easier, like easier, is that the right word? Like it was more, it flowed more. It was more organic because I knew things were in place. So he's thanking you for that. I know you were around him a lot because he's referring to things that you did for him. It's like, what is it? Sitting by his side, music, possibly like, I don't know if you read stories or you read poetry, or, so there's something about, like I'm seeing him in the bed, I'm seeing him ill, and it's like things that you did that created a loving, uplifted atmosphere for him that gave him a sense of peace. There you go. I promised him I would be with him until the end, and you were. And again, I'm going to repeat, he wants me to repeat that because this is really important that you get this. It made a difference. Now I want to cry after I said that, but that's like the energy, so serious. She needs to know how much that meant to me, and it did make a difference. He said, oh, and don't think I didn't fight. Of course I wanted to stay. Of course I wanted to stay. But you know, that's not the way what's he saying it? It's something about dice. That's not the way, you know, when it's a roll of the dice, and that's not what came up on the dice. You know what I mean? Oh, he's just saying you made it, again, more comfortable. He's saying a sigh rather than a scream. So he's just trying to emphasize how much it meant. It was like a sigh. Okay. Okay, he's just talking about mother. I'm just trying to feel into mother here. Because he's talking about mother like with fondness and closeness to mother. And I'm really trying to feel into this, and it's a little, and I'm not quite sure. I'm going to be honest about this. Like I'm almost like 50 here. I'm trying to feel in. His mother is still here on the earth plane, Tiffany. Is that correct? I know he wants to acknowledge her, and there's some kind of I don't know, what is this? I don't know. It's like he's showing me, he's like showing me tears, fondness. Okay, she's still on the earth plane. Okay, thank you. So he's just recognizing her, and it's like he's I'm just gonna be honest, the way I'm getting it, it's almost like saying she's a little bit a shell of herself. Do you understand that? Like it's been very heavy on mom. Like I just feel this kind of like, I don't know, like this melancholy, like this really chipper, upbeat personality. Like she's struggling to like bring that forward, like trying to kind of be her former self. And he's just saying it's okay because after loss, you're not really expected, or it doesn't make sense that you would go back to your former self because of the learning, the deep learning that you've learned through this process of grieving and learning someone you love. But he's saying, you know, you can do it in another way. Do you understand that? You can do it in another way. Tiffany, yes, she's having a hard time. He was, okay. That's, yeah, I could feel that. So he just wants to recognize mom, and he's saying, you know, mom, it's okay. Do it. It's more than do it in it's like do it in a way that's comfortable for you. It's like step by step. You haven't lost me. Now I'm always there with you now. He's like, I'm always there. I'm within hearing. Within reach. I'm always around you. I love you. I love you. And I don't know. I feel like she's like still blocked. I almost feel like emotions, you know what? Like you repress them, and then it's like a wall, repressed wall. So he's saying, Mom, I'm there. I'm there. Let me just see if I just want to ask him if he gives her some kind of a sign, or I don't know. This sounds really funny, but I don't know if there's a memory or there's a story about this, but he's like showing me an apron or like that his mom's wearing, and I don't know if he would like tug on her apron, something about apron strings. I don't know what that's saying is about apron strings. Does that mean that you're very connected to somebody or you pull on their apron strings? I'm not quite sure what that means, if you want to just look into that for me, Tiffany. But he's just showing me an apron. He's like tugging on the apron strings like, I'm trying to get your attention. You get it? I'm trying to get your attention, Mom. So he's like pulling on it like, you know, I'm right here. I'm right here. He just keeps saying that. I'm right here. Okay. It's funny, he's showing me an apron and pulling the apron strings. So I don't know if there's some story about, I keep getting my apron caught, or I don't know, something about that that's going to resonate. Okay. It's funny because he's bringing forward birds too. So if you could share with his mother some awareness, and he's showing me a robin. It's like I'm seeing the tops all brown. I'm seeing a beautiful red-breasted robin. And he's like, and it's funny. It's like, what's he saying? Like it represents his mom, this beautiful, nurturing robin, building the nest, taking care of family. And he's like saying, you know, you can still do this. You can still do this. Like you've got Dad, you've got Tiffany. He said you still have family there around you and they need you. They need you. And he's like, let that be. It's like, let that be. It's like he's talking about her rather than him. And it's like, let that be your legacy, your nurturing, your mothering. You have lots of opportunities to continue to do that. Yeah, thank you, Jane. Jane just mentioned a group, Helping Parents Heal. Thank you so much for that. There's a poem about April. Okay, maybe that's what he's referring to because I saw it very clearly. So he's just kind of giving advice to Mom to, you know, it's like, don't shut down the loving qualities of who you are. Don't shut down your soul to protect yourself, because it's not protecting you. You understand? It's like limiting you, it's blocking you. So it's like love, nurture. Is it gardening? Is it cooking? Is it shopping with Tiffany? Like he's bringing you up, Tiffany. Is it laughing and chatting with Tiffany, having a cup of tea, going out for lunch? Whatever that is, continue that. So he wants her to continue that in his memory, because he's saying, like, I'm watching, I'm aware. And when I see you in a place of joy, he goes, it gives me the joy, because that's what I'm trying, you know, that's what I'm trying to give, the joy. So don't forget the joy. He keeps saying that. Don't forget the joy. I don't know. I feel that his mother visits. Is there a grave site for her son that she visits? Because he's just bringing my mind to that. Like visits, thinks about that. Visits. There's some kind of visiting. If not a grave site, visiting his room. There's just something that she's looking at and visiting. Okay. Can you take the date? Okay. Because I got this visiting. And Tiffany, can you take the date 2020? I don't know why he's giving me that date 2020. Something about 2020. At first I thought maybe that's when he passed, but there's something about the year 2020 that's significant. And I also feel, Tiffany, with him showing me going to the grave site. No, I'm not going to say that. At first I thought he was trying to tell me that Mom should go with Dad. But you know what? In some ways I feel it's good for Dad to go on his own. It's almost like it's a sacred moment for him. It's his time to chat with him and to be with him. So he's saying, you know, that's good. That's the way that he's grieving. He doesn't have to change that. And he's recognizing in the way, you know, my mom grieves, that's okay too. I just, you know, she just needs a bit more support. She needs a bit more support. Okay, just think about 2020. I don't know why I'm getting 2020, but I was just hearing 2020. Okay, I'm just going to see what his final message is here. I keep getting baby girl, so I don't know if there was a joke. Tiffany, were you younger than this gentleman? Like baby sister, baby sister? I don't know. I just keep getting baby girl, baby girl, baby girl. So there's something about baby girl. So I just don't want to leave that if that's significant to you. And I feel that it's something like to do with the age, baby girl. Okay. And again, he's just, yes, you're younger. Okay, so he's just referring to you again. Okay. And he's just saying, you know what to do. High five. You got this. You're the best. Thank you. He's like, you're that light. You're that light. He's just bringing, you're that light, you know? So thank you for, you know, seeing family, his mom, his dad. It's like lighting that candle. You understand? Because I really, he's saying that. And I feel this very strongly. So it's almost like when you're there and you visit, you take a piece of him with you. And the parents like recognize that. They feel that. So he's like, thank you. Thank you. And he's like, keep chatting with me. He wants you to chat with him. Absolutely. And he's like, you do your thing and you know what that is. Kindness, generosity. He's like, you know what that is. He just keeps saying, you know what that is. And I don't know if there is like, almost feels like there's a box of his things, keepsakes, something. He's just acknowledging this, like a box with items in there. I don't know. It feels like photographs. What else is there? It's almost like, I don't know, what is it? Almost like kind of his life story, like things that maybe mom had, he had. It's like a collection of different things here. Might even be like school yearbooks, photos, I don't know, letters. I don't know why I keep saying trophy. There's something about a trophy. So there's going to be, I don't know if it's now, but he's just saying like there's going to be a time, there's going to be a moment when these things can be gone through and memories can be shared where it won't be so so difficult. He's saying it just like that. So there's some kind of sharing of items of his of significance and memories that there'll be a sharing of this. He keeps, there'll just be a sharing of that. He's saying that. Okay, I'm just feeling into it. Has this been done or it's going to be done? And when he talks about this sharing, it feels like it's like expanded, right? Family members, others with this. Okay, all right. And Tiffany, I'm gonna leave you with all his love. That's so awesome, just beautiful. Okay. He just keeps saying, isn't she awesome? So pleased. And he's just saying, you're the way to get through. He's saying that. You are the way to get through. He's saying that. You're the way to get through, for him to get his message through. So he's thanking you. It's getting it through. It's getting it. He keeps saying that. Okay, thank you. Okay. Okay. So, oh, this is so funny. Woo. Okay. So I've a lady in spirit. She's, no, she reminds me, this, you're going to think this is crazy, but anyway, she reminds me, do you know Scooby-Doo? The Scooby-Doo, I don't know, the mystery van or whatever that was. And there was it Thelma? Dark hair, glasses. She reminds me in some way of Thelma. Isn't that crazy if she's bringing that to me? And she's talking about like the 60s, the 1960s. She's giving me things like the dating game, flower power, flower child. And she's just confirming that, okay, so she's talking about all this in her past, almost like she was a hippie, free love, curious, understanding the world, the energy, youthful, having fun. And then she's saying like, and then I had to grow up. Then I had to grow up. And now she's saying she's back to that again. She's that light-hearted, I almost want to say Daisy. Isn't that funny? She's that light-hearted Daisy blowing in the breeze again. She's curious, she's fun, she's energetic, and she's saying, I'm my real self again. She's like, I'm liberated. I'm liberated. And I feel in some sense, she's like liberated from her body because now she's in spirit. So she keeps saying that. And it's funny because she shows me a path. And it's like a dirt path. And I'm going to tell you right now that this path reminds me of like Sedona or Arizona. So can Tiffany, thank you. You just passed them. So it's been rough. Oh, you're so welcome, Tiffany. And again, can I just reassure you how much it meant to him, what you did for him? That was the main gist of the message for you in your healing. And then the thank you for what you're doing for the family. Yeah. And I just find it fascinating how spirit comes through with healing for their loved ones, how important that is for them. And it has not been long. So that's what, like, things to come. So he just made me feel like a settling down, like progress, like going forward, right? At your own pace and respecting everyone, how they grieve in their own way. And I know it's all different because he keeps showing me that. And he shows his dad's quite different from his mom. All right, you're so welcome. Yeah, you're so welcome. So this, okay, let me go back to this lady again. She's like giving memories of the 60s. It's like flower power, freedom of mind, freedom of body. And then she's saying that she found that in her passing, she found that liberation from her body. And I feel that this woman, she feels very artistic to me. I'm going to say that. I'm seeing colors, I'm seeing flowers, I'm seeing mosaics. And there's something in her passing, like I'm feeling a constriction, a restriction, constriction, like in her body, almost like, is it difficulty in walking? Like I feel like why do I feel like it's the legs? Like difficulty getting around. I don't know. I'm just going to say this because it just popped into my head. It almost feels like MS. You know when you're having trouble with your balance and trouble walking and getting around? Can someone take a woman like this who is confined in terms of her, oops, my pen just stopped, in terms of her movement? A phrase, I'm not sure what that is. Is that in terms of movement, like moving your legs and having kind of like that freedom of movement? I'm going to write that word down because I've never lost your balance. Okay, let me just feel into that because it's something about balance and trouble walking. Oh my goodness. Okay, and polio. Okay. Could you also take, like, when I tuned into that, I almost felt like, I don't know, like I almost feel like she had a walker, or there was some kind of device to like keep her safe so she wouldn't lose her balance or fall down. Does that make sense? It feels like it's like a walker in some way to get around like that. Okay, let me just get some more here. She's talking about she keeps going back to liberation from her body. So I know there was a lot of frustration. And I feel in the beginning like anger. It's like my body is failing me. How is this possible? Like it took a great deal of energy and support from others to help her to kind of like deal with this, like move forward, like function in her life. Braces and Joanna. So I have Joanna and I have Cheryl. Okay, let me just feel into this. I'm just going to write your names down because I'm probably going to forget. Okay, I want this woman to tell me some more. Okay, so Cheryl, okay. Can you take that? She had a very difficult time. Oh, okay. You know what, Cheryl, I believe I'm with you because I did see a wheelchair. Okay, to help lift her up when she fell. I definitely saw a wheelchair because I saw as it was like progressing, and I saw the wheelchair. Okay, I'm pretty sure I'm with you, Cheryl, because I just feel like this frustration in like what she was dealt in some way and she had to come to terms with that. Can you take that, Cheryl? I don't know if she ever spoke about that with anybody, but she's just acknowledging to me like the frustration of having to deal with this. And I know at times like she questioned it. It was almost like why me? What does this mean? Why did this happen to me? Like she's just saying things like that to me. And then she's saying, because she had, and I just want to see, Cheryl, can you take kind of the personality that I was describing earlier, kind of like all about love and freedom of love, curiosity about the world, energetic, youthful, curious. Can you connect with that? Yes, we were very close and she hated being, okay, thank you. Because she keeps saying about like, why me? Why? That was the energy that I was getting from her. Okay. And this is your aunt. Okay. Isn't this interesting? And she's saying, of all people, Cheryl, you would understand this lesson in my life. Isn't that interesting how she says that? So she's now that she's on the other side, right? And her perspectives widen and we grow. She's aware that there was a lesson and learning for her in this physical challenge in which she interpreted on the earth plane as a burden. And she says, and you would understand this, Cheryl. It's so interesting she says that. Okay, you get that, what she means by that? Okay. And she's saying because sometimes, okay, she's being very serious now. Sometimes there's things that we need to, it's interesting, like she's giving that, like bearing a cross in some way. Sometimes there's things that we need to like bear or take on. And the reasons may not be known at that time. Okay, let me get this clear. Okay, you got to tell me more about this. And it's funny, I feel that your aunt, sorry, it's not funny. I'm sorry, that's just like my blah, blah, blah. I should have said just a minute. I don't know why I use that term. It's almost that she's like referring to something in connection to, it feels like it's family tree. It feels like it's something being passed down in some way, like some kind of what is this about? Like this was passed down to me to, what is this learning about? Learning about overcoming challenges and blocks in your life, that anything's possible. It's like she keeps saying that, and like anything's possible with like unconditional love and support from the people that care about you in your life. She's saying it like that. And she's saying, you know, my lesson was to learn, what is this about? To learn how to receive the love and the support I needed. And then she's saying like, and then when I allowed myself to receive this, it's almost like she's saying I was free. It's almost like a freedom from yourself. If that makes sense, Cheryl? It's almost like a freedom from yourself. Like, what would I call this? Like an awakening, an opening up, a freedom of almost like burdens that you've taken onto yourself that have limited you. So it's like the support, those people in your life that are there to encourage you, support you. It's like, allow this to happen. Allow this to happen because it brings you into your, what'd she say? Like it brings you into your own light. And she says, it brings you to the life that you're meant to live. Isn't that interesting how she's saying that? Okay. And she's saying like, this is a message for you. We don't need to understand what it is, but I know that you understand what it is. So she's talking about this message, this kind of like opening up. It's funny. It's like it's funny how she's giving me this. So if you think of like a wetsuit, you know, if you go scuba diving or whatever, and it's like, oh, it's so tight. It's like unzipping and throwing it off. Here I am. It's like that. Here I am. I was here all along. She's kind of giving me that kind of image there. Okay. She's talking about healing. It's interesting. And I'm like getting references like to the Bible, almost like, you know, like, and the blind can see. And the leper is healed. It's almost like she's giving me almost like references or connections almost to like Jesus. Do you understand this? And then they were healed. So everyone can heal. Everyone can heal. She just keeps talking about healing and miracles and she said, it's not necessarily that person that comes into your life that heals you. It's like they set the spark for you to heal yourself. You understand that? It's like she's talking about like empowerment. Isn't that interesting? So you can heal yourself. You just allow that spark. And then it's like done. It's done. It's like people call it a miracle. And she's saying in the way it is a miracle because that sparks your soul, and that's a miracle, right? So now you heal yourself. So she says, in a sense, yes, it is a miracle. I agree with that. It is a miracle, but it doesn't mean it's something that's not obtainable. That's what she's saying. Miracles are obtainable. They happen every day. Wow, she's talking an awful lot about this. Okay. Have I had this lady through before? She feels familiar to me because now she's talking about your mother. Is it your mother? And a connection to your mother. I feel that she's making some connection between like a healing with your mother. There's something about a healing with your mother. Important. She's just talking about a healing with your mother. Okay. I don't know why she's talking about food. That's interesting. She's like talking about steak and pork chops. I have no idea why all of a sudden she's changing the topic to food. She's talking about food. Okay. I don't know if you've ever listened to the I Love Musicals, if you've ever heard the musical Jesus Christ Superstar. She's playing this song, Everything's All Right Now, Everything's All Right. If you've heard the go to, like the Let the World, I can't remember, I haven't heard that song in so long. Something about go to sleep, and the world will be all fine without you tonight. So it's like, everything's all right now, everything's all right. So it's like she's just saying that everything's all right, stop worrying, everything's all right. And I'm going to Cheryl said yes, I was talking about that yesterday. Okay. So she just keeps, I'm gonna listen to that song when I get off. It's a beautiful song. It's about the sense of like peace. It's like rest your worry. It's like rest your worry bones, put your head down, go to sleep. Don't worry about anything at all. The world's gonna turn and everything's gonna be all right. Everything's gonna be okay. There's nothing to worry about. Then wake up refreshed and you have that new day. Okay, all right. I don't know if you've been doing, what is that about? You've been doing like a lot of cleaning or housework or dusting, or I don't know. There's something about that she's bringing forward about that. It's like that kind of, like she's using this like menial task. She's talking about that. I don't know. It's like cleaning up a home, cleaning up. Because I see you almost like you're wearing like older clothes, almost like clothes you'd wear when you're cleaning and dusting and washing things. And she's just saying, you know, don't spend all your time doing that. It's like she wants you to get spiffed up, get dressed up, go out, look good, feel good, celebrate you. So she's just bringing all these things forward. She just wants you to remember that. Yeah. And then she's just singing again. And get a good night's sleep. Get a good night's sleep. And I'm gonna leave her with all your love. Your love too, and I'm gonna leave you with her love. I'm so sorry. You're so welcome, Cheryl. Oh, lovely, lovely, lovely lady. So thank you everyone this afternoon for tuning in. It's already 5:25 and I hope I'm going to be going out to dinner tonight. So awesome messages today from a father, a friend, and an aunt, and they're all coming through with support for their loved ones in spirit. They're acknowledging what their loved ones have done for them. And they're very aware that you're grieving, and they're just kind of reminding you that grieving is a process. Respect your unique way of grieving, and just know that you will get back on your path, and there's joy and happiness and love in your future, and that they're always around you. Just reach out and talk to them. They're there for you. So have a lovely evening. And I'll see everyone next week. So take care, everybody. Bye, Cheryl. You're welcome, Kelly. Bye, Shannon. Lots of love to you. You're so welcome, Lisa. So take care, everybody. And I'll post this on my YouTube channel. Lots of love. Sorry. Yeah. Bye.